So I keep on getting inundated with questions asking about how I was able to do the solo player duplication glitch in Dying Light in 2023. So I've decided to put this video up to try and answer some of your questions. So here is my player stash. Just going to go into that. If I go over and scroll down, you can clearly see, look, this was just one of the items, on-site disaster relief packages that I duplicated, as well as some crafting items, as you can see. Plus also, if you look at my cache down to the bottom right, it is quite high. And also by doing this duplication glitch, I was also within reason able to max out legend level to 50. Okay, and if you look at my player progress though, look, I'm only on siblings, so that's not very far at all. So let me explain once again how I was able to do it. So first off, you'll notice the skill trees, there is 4. So I didn't do the duplication glitch in 2023 with the 4 skill trees. I've done it with the original one, the original disc, which just had the 3. So how did I do it? So I have the original 2015 disc version V1 on the PS4. I have it on the Xbox One. So with it being version 1, it's not the definitive edition because I think that's already been patched. Now the duplication patch was done around version V 1.03. So anything after that you can't do it, like the solo player duplication glitch, that is. Before that point you can, if you have the original disc. So how did I do it? So what I basically done was I deleted my save, not excuse me, I deleted the game install, but I kept my save data. That's very important. The only reason I'm saying that it's an idea to keep your save data, and the save data you have will probably be 4 skill trees, not the 3, is because then at least you can revert back to your player progress. But if you use your original player progress, you won't be able to use the duplication items on that save point because it's a completely different save point. So what did I do? So I deleted the game install. The game install was installed from the disc. I did not buy it online. You cannot do this if you purchased the game online because it would already be patched. It'll be a completely different version number. So I disconnected my console from the internet so it can't update. I deleted my Dying Light 1 install but kept the save points for the 4 skill trees. I then reinstalled Dying Light version V 1.00, which is just the 3 skill trees. I then done the quests, what was it, Awakening first assignment. Once you get past first assignment, you would then be able to do the solo player duplication glitch. How you do that is you walk up to the your player stash, you press square, you go into a specific item. What I basically first off done was I went to trader and I went and bought a load of lockpicks wherever they are in here. So I basically bought 999 lockpicks. If I had them in my player stash right now and I was below the V1.03 game version, went into my player stash, went down onto, say, for argument's sake, let's just pretend that these were the lockpicks. On the PS4, you press X and circle together. It will then throw you out the player stash, but you'll still have a window in front of you. You then go back into the player stash, and then you hover over an item that is of a lower amount. So where that's 542, let's say I wanted to duplicate bruisers, and then I would click on that, transfer it to my player stash, but I'd click all, and what that would do is it would give me 542 bruisers. While I was in the duplication glitch, I went over to Stuffed Turtle, got 2 or 3 disaster on site relief packages. I went and got some other items in the slums, basically everything that I wanted to duplicate, and that's basically how you do it. But you can't do weapons. I wouldn't try to duplicate weapons because it will just glitch the game. So it's basically crafting items, on-site disaster relief packages that you can duplicate. So once I'd done all of that, once I was happy with all the items that I needed to duplicate, what I'd then done was I reconnected the console. The game then updated to the latest version, which I think is V1.4.1 or something like that, which then gave me the 4 skill sets in the skill tree. Now here's the thing, so from that point on, when you load your new save point that you've done with the duplication glitch, it will say this save point is different and it needs to be updated to the newer version. You click yes, which will then give you the 4th legend level skill tree, but you're still only going to be on this level here. Whatever one you would have gone past first assignment, so you'll be at first assignment. Undoubtedly your skill trees will be very low, but if you duplicate enough on-site disaster relief packages, you know that you can go to the quartermaster and hand in about 100, and just do about 100 at a time, and what that will do is that will level up your survivor rank. That will max that one out. When you go to do legend level, I only handed it in, if I remember rightly, on story mode, I handed in a total, I believe it was around about 100,000 on-site disaster relief packages. I was doing it in blocks of 10,000, because if you try to hand in too many, what it will do is it will hand them in, anything over that amount. You can't go and sort of hand in 250,000 disaster on-site relief packages, because what it will do is it will take them and it won't change a thing. So you have to make sure that when you're doing it, go to your on-site. I wouldn't hand in that many, but you go to how many you have to click on it and move, say, 10,000 over. It does take a while unless you can duplicate. One idea would be to try and duplicate these perhaps in blocks of 50,000 rather than 900 and, well, 999999, because it will just glitch it out and you'll lose them all. And I say, just when you're doing it, just move a section over at a time. Don't try to hand them all in one hit. So when I went to quartermaster, handed in the right amount, that enabled me to max out my legend level. And the reason why these two are high is because I was doing doing the agility. I know a couple of agility farming methods, I know some power level methods, so I maxed them all out. And as I say, I am only on look, siblings. It's like the third story quest, isn't it? But I have got in my inventory some pretty good weapons, because as soon as you max out your survivor rank, you are then able to get better weapons like guns and stuff like that, ammunition. So there we go. Now, for argument's sake, if I wanted to go back to my previous save point, that would more than likely have the 4 skill sets to get my player progress back. All the stuff that I've duplicated from doing the method that I just explained will not be here. That's the only downside to it. So it's like starting again. But if you get fed up with that, you can, if you've updated the game, latest version, you've got save points that you've kept, you can revert back to using them save points, but obviously you won't have your duplicated items. So I hope this video answers all of your questions. So just to refresh, on the PS4 or the Xbox One, you need the original 2015 V1.00 disc, and it can't be the definitive edition, because I think when that came out, the duplication solo player duplication glitch had already been patched. You cannot do this if you purchased the game online originally, because it would have already been patched. So you need the original disc. And also, another question I get asked a lot on the Xbox One, when you're doing the duplication glitch in the player stash, when you go into it to get the box to come up, I believe it is the top and bottom buttons on the controller, which is A and Y together. With the PS4, it is X and circle together, and you have to have it so that box, when it throws you out, you've got that box that comes up. You'll be seeing it in front of you. If you don't get that box, the duplication glitch hasn't worked. You need just to do it again. It takes a little bit of faffing about. So there we go. And I say, don't try to duplicate weapons, because it will just glitch. There we go. And the reason I got my money, or the money up, was because I basically duplicated lots of, if I go into my player stash, I should have some in there. I basically duplicated things that are worth a lot of money, like, let me see, where are they? Things like this. Not power codes, sorry, these. So I basically duplicated loads of these. I didn't hand all of them in one hit. I'd hand in maybe 500 at a time, which is another thing. If you hand in too many, it will just glitch the game. You know, you can't go in there and try and hand in, say, 1 million, because it might glitch the game out. You can only go over a certain point with the money, as you can see at the bottom left, bottom right, how much I've got. I haven't got much more than that. So there we go. I hope this explains it a little bit better, and I hope it answers some of your questions. If you decide to do the solo player duplication glitch in 2023, if you have the original 2015 V1 disc for the PS4 or the Xbox One, whether it works on PC, I don't know, because I haven't got this game on PC, but I'm guessing if you can roll the game version back somehow, then maybe you could. On PS5, you know, the game would have already been, you probably can only buy the game. I should imagine online it would have already been patched. So there we go. I hope that answers your questions, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-da for now.